Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I apologize for those technical difficulties with our national anthem. Want to let you know coming out first is going to be our vintage drivers here at Southern Raceway. Also, those of you that are tuning in live on HuntTheFrontTV.com, thank you for joining us here in Milton, Florida, as well as those of you that are tuning in on social media. See this beautiful Camaro Hunt the Front pace car? You could have a chance to win it. That's right. Every $10 spent at the Hunt the Front merchandise trailer or on HuntTheFrontMerch.com, you will get a treat. Giveaway ends March 3rd. Full details at HuntTheFrontMerch.com or visit the Hunt the Front merch trailer right on the midway at Southern Race. Someone is going to get that pace car that was won by the Hunt the Front team at Bristol. So you will be the owner of the only one of those existent. How would that look to drive around your hometown? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that Camaro is getting ready to make another trip around the track. If you want to be on vlog, you want to wave at it as it comes by, folks. Wave at Camaro. Somebody's going to be a lucky winner of it. I can see how cool I look driving it to work every day. Unfortunately, my wife probably take it from me. Or my daughter. That's a good point. He'd look cool going to work at the hospital. Vintage drivers, your last call to line them up at stop and go. Vintage drivers, your last call to line them up at stop and go. After the vintage heat race, it will be the USDS 3-6 sprint car heat. After that, crate racing USA late model hot lap. And then we'll get back to our classes, modifieds, pure stock, do the USCS 360-cash, the street stock, and the non-wing sprint. Beautiful Chamber of Commerce evening in Milton, Florida. Thank you for coming out and joining us and being a part of everything right here at the Raceway. Getting ready for the vintage. First heat race. 6 laps distance. That's right. 6 circuits around the 3/8 mile dirt. And they're going to have fastest get to the checkered flag. Coming out on the track. Out of Navarre, Florida, Steve Allen in the 221. Beside him, the Sea of Robin Christensen from Pensacola. Row 2, the Wild Child, Ricky Haugen in the 12 out of Pace, Florida, and the 19 of William Tyrell out of Milton. Row 3, Layden Bailey in the 281B out of Milton. Chris Brown, the 23B out of Pensacola. Last row, row 4, Bill Tyrell, Milton, Florida in the 65, and Don Hall in the 1 out of Niceville. Green flag in the air. And Ron Christensen's going to win the run 1. But look out. Look. Did I miss? Oh, no, I don't think I missed it. We got one going high, and they have collided the wall coming off turn number 3. That is going to be the 281B. That's going to be Layden Bailey out of Milton, Florida. I have driven a car before, not at full stall like these drivers do, but it looks like either A, something might have broke, or B, that turn just completely stuck up on him. Layden is an experienced racer here, ladies and gentlemen. I believe he might have had something on that car to where he couldn't get it turned. Layden Bailey, waiting to report if my driver is okay out there on the track. Driver is okay, ladies and gentlemen. Driver is okay. I will say this, it's not, I want to be mean. I love seeing people have fun at the track, but please have the little ones stay away from the fence. Last night we had a driver hit the wall in the area they are playing in, and the car coasted down the front stretch, catching on fire. Don't want anybody to get hurt at Southern Raceway. I want them to come back many times before I'm gone from here. And something tragically or accidentally happening, especially to a child, would be a very big thing. They are moving Layden Bailey's car. Looks like they might try to, maybe he didn't hit the wall as hard as it looked from this vantage point. Getting the field doubled up. They're to one to go at the flag stand. Looks like Rick Haugen did not answer the call for start. One on the board, 5 to go. Heat 1 in the vintage here at Southern Raceway. USCS 360 Sprint cars, your heat are up next. So you'll want to get to stop and go for that. Coming into the starting box, it's Rob Christensen out of Pensacola 7C. He drops the hammer, and he's got the 19 of William Tyrell right behind him. Now we've got more company coming, as that is going to be Bill Tyrell in the 65. As Steve Allen falls further back from starting on the pole. 2 on the board. Robin Christensen, William Tyrell, Bill Tyrell. Then it's going to be Steve Allen. Don Hall gets around Allen. Chris Brown trying to get around Steve Allen. We're halfway. 3 down, 3 to go. It's going to be Robin Christensen showing the way. William Tyrell running second. Bill Tyrell running third. The wily veteran out of Niceville, Don Hall, in fourth. The SCK racer, Chris Brown in 23B. Looks like Steve Allen got real slow on the backstretch. Now got his foot back on the gas pedal. White flag in their last lap for Robin Christensen in the 7C. Robin coming off turn 2. He's got William Tyrell right behind him. Bill Tyrell a distant third. Christensen coming through 3. Coming off turn 4. Put your hands together. Robin Christensen wins. Ladies and gentlemen, now with the cars of the USCS, let me turn you over to the voice for the USCS this weekend, Mr. Tommy Rowe.
All right, thank you very much, Bill. Good evening, race fans, once again. And welcome to night number 2 of the USCS Outlaw Thunder Tour Battle at the Beach. 16 drivers getting ready to go. We have 2 heat races, 8 laps to distance in each. Passing points, the name of the game. The more drivers you pass in your heat races, the better your chance of starting. Towards the front in tonight's minute, top 6 drivers in passing points will transfer over to the Hoosier Tire Speed Dash. Well, they'll race for the top 6 starting positions in tonight's 30-lap main event. 8 drivers getting ready to take the grid for heat race number 1. This is how they will line up. We're number 1 on the inside, the 121. He'll come to us out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It'll be Todd Bliss. And the outside in the 16G. And Fort Collins, Colorado, will be Austin Gossel. We're number 2 on the inside, the 36, Liberal, Kansas. It'll be Jason Martin. And to the outside of East Chatham, New York, in the 14B, it's Brett Wright. Row number 3 on the inside, the 23, Cherville, North Carolina. That'll be Lance Moss. And to the outside, 938 out of Bonnerdale, Arkansas, Bradley Fazzard. And your 4th and final row on the inside, the 95 out of Glenpool, Oklahoma. That'll be Matt Clinton. And to the outside, the 83 out of Jacksonville, it's Mark Rule Jr. So 8 drivers, 8 laps will be the distance. Passing points, the name of the game. First of 2, USCS 360 Sprint Car Heat Race coming your way. Engler Machine and Tool Heat Race in number 1. Down there on the picture, broadcast right now, you see that nice looking Hunt the front Camaro. As I mentioned earlier, you can get entered in for a chance to win that. All you got to do is send $10 at the Hunt front merchandise trailer here tonight. If you are in attendance, if you are not in attendance, watching on front.tv, you can go to HTF merch. Every time you spend $10, you get a chance to enter into the drawing for that good-looking Camaro right there on the front straightaway, the Hunt front. Get them racked and stacked, ready to go. 8 drivers. They all make the call. It'll be the Baton Rouge, Louisiana driver, Todd Bliss. Vacation collision 121. He'll have command up on the inside of road number 1. 6 drivers signed in, 13 different state represented for the USCS Outlaw Thunder Tour here this weekend. As the lights are out, heat race number 1. Todd Bliss, Austin Gossel, inside, outside, row number 1. 2023 National 360 Hawk Driver of the Year, Jason Martin. On the inside of row number 2, and Brett Wright, the 14B, on the outside. Cherville, North Carolina driver, Lance Moss. Lauderdale, Arkansas driver, Bradley Fazzard in row number 3. Matt Covington, Mark Rule in row number 4. Lights are down, 8 laps to distance, coming to green. Heat race number 1. Flag is out, here we go. Good stuff for Austin Gossel. He'll take the race lead at turn number 1 and 2 down the back straight away. Jason Martin comes up the second, but Brett Wright right there side by side for second. Right, he'll fall back to third as Martin hangs on to second. Now Mark Rule up to 4th, checking for 3rd. Mark Rule to the inside of the speedway, could get the run, hang tight in 4th. Now we race for the top 5. Matt Covington to the inside of Fazzard. Matt Covington, top 5 here in heat race number 1. 95 machine. As out in front now, it's Austin Gossel in the 6th car. Half a straightaway ahead of the 36 of Jason Martin. Laps ticking away here in heat race number 1. Coming around to be halfway next to high. A little strung out right now as Gossel, the Fort Collins, Colorado driver, showing the way halfway home. Cross flags lead this time. Jason Martin, good distance back in second. Brett Wright behind him. Mark Rule, Matt Covington to the top 5. Lance Moss, Bradley Fazzard, Bliss rounding out the field. 3 to go for Gossel. Gossel looked really, really strong here tonight. Fort Collins, Colorado driver. Around. 2 more trips around. Heat race number 1. Jason Martin trying to run him down. Just can't quite make anything happen. Gossel 13.77 last trip around. Martin 42.39 as the white flag out one more trip around. Good start here tonight for the Colorado driver. Hopped out to the race lead on the start and ran away with it. Austin Gossel going to pick up heat race number 1. Jason Martin second. Brett Wright third. Mark Rule fourth. And Matt Covington going down to top 5. Once again, race fans, your heat race number 1 winner. Here comes to us out of Fort Collins, Colorado. Car number 16, it's Austin Gossel. Second, we're going to Jason Martin, Brett Wright in the 14B third. Mark Rule, 83 fourth, and Matt Covington will round out top 5. As we have one more heat race to hit the speedway. Second and final heat race for the USCS 360 sprint cars. 8 more drivers if they can all make it 8 laps to distance. Once again, passing points, the name of the game. This is how they'll line up for heat race number 2. Run number 1 on the inside. And car number 43, he'll come to us out of Sunbury, Pennsylvania. That'll be Mark Smith in the 43 car and to the outside. And car number 12 out of Hebron, Indiana. That'll be Corbin Gurley. Run number 2 on the inside. Car number 24. He's won 3 consecutive times. He's ran at the Southern Raceway, including last night out of Altoona, Iowa. Number 24, that'll be T-Mac Terry McCarroll. Number 2 on the outside, and number 13 out of Valparaiso, Indiana. That'll be Van Gurley Jr. At top 5 last night here at Southern. The third row back on the inside, and car number 10 out of Bartlett, Tennessee. 15-time USCS National Champion, 2022 member of the Hall of Fame. It'll be the Bartlett Bullet, Terry Gray. And to the outside in the 2H car in Natchitoches, Louisiana. Good to see him back in the field tonight. Took a nasty ride in non-wing cars last night. It'll be Tommy Hall on the 2H car. And the fourth row back on the inside, fourth and final row in the 28 car, Ripley, Mississippi. The Wilbanks Heating and Air number 28. That'll be the Ripley Rooster, Jeff Willingham. And to the outside in the 6G out of Windsor, Colorado. That'll be Brian Gossel in 6G. So 8 more drivers, 8 laps will be the distance. Don't forget, race fans, while you do have a moment here tonight, stop behind the grandstand area and go see Miss Kim at the USCS merchandise tent. All kinds of good stuff for sale down there, including the limited edition USCS winter heat t-shirts and hoodies and sweaters. All kinds of good stuff for the kids at the USCS merchandise tent. Stop by, see Miss Kim, tell her hi, and get you some USCS merch right behind the grandstand area. Also, I do believe we're still live on the Hunt the Front Facebook page as well. I want to welcome each and every one of you watching live on the Facebook page. Want to check out the entire event tonight, go check out huntthefront.tv. And you can get the entire event here tonight, as well as all of the other great Hunt the Front events coming up in the near future. Get the final driver pushed off here on the front. Sherena will get them racked and stacked, ready to go. Second and final heat race. Butler Belt, heat race number 2 for the USCS 360 sprint cars coming up. Get all the drivers together, looking for the 43 of Mark Smith, the 12 of Corbin Gurley. They are there on the front row, looking for Terry McCall, Van Gurley, and row number 2. McCall catching up to the field to get in his spot. Terry Gray, Tommy Hall in row number 3. The winningest sprint car driver in Southern Raceway, starting on the inside of row number 1, Mark Smith. He's won at this racetrack 9 times since 2019. Alongside Corbin Gurley in the 12 car, former USCS feature winner. Terry McCall, he's won 3 consecutive features he's entered here at the Southern Raceway. Last night and the 2 events held last season during the USCS Battle at the Beach. doing well defending that crown. But nonetheless, the lights are down. Heat racing number 2 will go green. And a turn number 4. It'll be Mark Smith in the Spoon Racing, number 43. Corbin Gurley in the 12 machine to the outside. Terry McCall, Van Gurley. Gurley had a top 5 run last night. Looked really, really good in both the heat and feature. Terry Gray, Tommy Hall, run number 3. Green flag is out. Here we go. Mark Smith going to dart out to the race lead, but here comes Corbin Gurley to the inside. Side by side for the lead into turn number 3 and 4. Mark Smith hanging tough on the outside. He'll lead lap number 1. Gurley will fall in line in second with Terry McCall on the prowl. McCall will move alongside Gurley down the back straightaway now. McCall putting the pressure on the 12 machine, trying to run down Mark Smith. He's very strong at this racetrack. McCall's going to have to get up there and make something happen very quickly. McCall up to second, Gurley back to third. Then it's Van Gurley, Terry Gray rounding out the top 5. It's all Mark Smith early on. 3 down, 5 to go. T-Mac, Terry McCall found his way up to position number 2, trying to run down your race leader. Halfway home this time. 13:8:59 from Mark Smith. Terry McCall with a 14:05. So Smith a little bit faster right now and looking really, really good here in heat race number 2. Pulling away as the laps are ticking down. McCall hanging tough in second. It's Corbin Gurley, Van Gurley, Terry Gray still in the top 5. Brian Gossel, Jeff Willingham. Twin sticks are out for Mark Smith in the 43 car, putting a lap on the 2H of Tommy Hall at a turn number 2. McCarl, he was quicker the last time, 13:8:1 to 14:1:8. Does he have enough time? White flag is out this time. McCarl closing into turn number 2. Don't think he's going to have enough because Mark Smith pulled away into turn number 3 and 4. Mark Smith will win heat race number 2. Butlerville heat race number 2. Terry McCall second. Corbin Gurley. Van Gurley 4th. And Terry Gray going to round out the top 5. So looking to find his way into double digits and wins here at the Southern Raceway. He starts out tonight in style out of Sunbury, Pennsylvania. Your winner here tonight, the Spoon Fan Racing Engines, number 43, it's Mark Smith. Terry McCall second, Corbin Gurley third, Van Gurley 4th, and Terry Gray will unofficially round out the top 5. And that'll wrap it up for our heat races for the USCS 360 Sprint cars. We'll have the dash coming up here in just a little bit right after the Pure Street heat races. But until then, I do believe up next on the program will be hot laps for the Crate Racing USA late models. And the voice, Chris Steppen.
So, second hot lap session ready to roll onto the racetrack for the Crate Racing USA late models. Of course, these drivers had an opportunity to hot lap earlier tonight. They've got another opportunity right now prior to the main event later on. Several drivers deciding to hot lap in both sessions. First driver out is the 33. He's going to go from the front row a little bit later on tonight. That'll be Colton Leyendecker. Leyendecker out of Holt, Florida in the black, white, and blue 33 car. Right in the center of the back straightaway. Right behind him, you'll find the 24. That's Steven Jernigan. Jernigan out of Milton, Florida in the red, white, and blue number 24. USA 122, Jimmy Thomas back on the racetrack. Driver out of Phoenix City, Alabama. The yellow and red number 1 car down the front straightaway. 21X car back out there as well. That is Natchitoches, Louisiana's Ryan French. Ryan French in the black, white, and fluorescent yellow number 21. Final driver out there currently is the 87 car. That's Briar Cheatham. Briar's out of Ponce de Leon, Florida here underneath the flag stand in that 87 car. Several other cars making their way onto the racetrack. You'll see the 40 car roll on out. That'll be Cody Smith. Cody out of Holt, Florida in the 40. Couple more drivers joining us here for this hot lap session. Right behind the 40, you'll find the 31 car. That's Tyler Millwood back on the racetrack. He's out of Kingston, Georgia. Behind the wheel, the blue and white 31 machine here working off of turn number 2. And the 18 back on the racetrack as well. That's Brooks, Georgia's Matt Dooley. Matt Dooley in 18. These the cars on the racetrack for hot lap session number 1. So the drivers getting to work around the racetrack here. Of course, the only event they'll compete in is the 50-lap, 10,000 to win main event coming up. Several more divisions worth of heat races yet to go, and then a couple main events before the late models will roll out. It'll be the third feature of the night. 7 divisions in action tonight. Late models will run their feature third. 50 laps, 10 grand. Crown the champion of the winter shootout as well. Of course, we mentioned it last night several times. Jasper, Georgia's Will Rowland leading the winner shootout point standings coming into the night. He'll start in the second row in the main event later on this evening. Checkered flag set to fly here in the opening hot lap session here of this second hot lap opportunity for the late models. Checkered flag is out. Colton Leyendecker fastest in this hot lap portion of the show. 15:109 in that 33 car. 15109. Couple tenths faster than Tyler Millwood's 31 car. Again, Leyendecker's black, white, and blue 33 car. 15:109. The quickest in that hot lap group. I think we'll have one more group to come rolling on out for Crate Racing USA Dirt Late Model Hot Laps. First driver onto the racetrack will be the 22 Matt Henderson back onto the racetrack. Again, he'll start 6th in tonight's 50-lapper. He'll roll down the front straightaways at Loudon, Tennessee in the white and red 22. Mario Gresham back on the racetrack as well. Gresham out of Rome, Georgia, in that 21 machine as he works through turns 1 and 2. Right behind him, you've got 17 car. That's Austin Storm. A Storm out of West Monroe, Louisiana, in that black, red, and white 17 car as he works down the back straightaway. There's the 22 car of Will Rowland, your current winner shootout point leader. He's out of Jasper, Georgia. Again, he'll start 3rd in the main event later on tonight in that black number 22. Other cars on the racetrack, the 87R car, that's Jake Rainey. Jake Rainey out of Powder Springs, Georgia, in the white, blue, and black 87 car. Working center into turns 3 and 4. Driver right in the middle of the back straightaway, the 3 car, that's Trent McLeod. Trent McLeod's out of Baker, Florida, in the white and blue number 3. Couple more drivers on the racetrack for this hot lap session. You'll see the F36 car, that's Matt Kane. Matt Kane from here in Milton, Florida, in that F36 car, red, white, and blue with a gold 36 car. And Larry Fitzsimmons on the racetrack as well, driver out of East Bethel, Minnesota, in the black, white, and pink, number 73. As we've got trouble here, the F36 of Matt Kane rolling to a halt. So Matthew Kane's 36 car is going to need some kind of an assist. He was rolling slow and then all of a sudden crept to a halt there at the top of turn number 4. Again, as far as the late model portion of the program tonight, this will be the final opportunity for these guys to get any laps around the racetrack before the 50-lap 10,000 to win main event coming up later on. Working to get that 36 car off the racing surface. Again, driver from right down the road here in Milton, Florida. See if they can't get that thing repaired prior to the main event later on tonight. Green flag back in the air here. Hot lap session number 2 for the Crate Racing USA Dirt Late Models. They continue to roll around the racetrack. 15:109 was the fastest lap so far. Colton Leyendecker. See if anybody in this group's able to get anywhere near a 15:1. Matt Henderson and Will Rowland, 7th and 8th, respectively, here so far. Checkered flag coming out here. Hot lap session number 2. Fastest driver in this group. 21, Mario Gresham with a 15.339, a 1.5.339. Second quick here. That was on the last lap for that blue and white 21 car. Matt Henderson 7th. Will Rowland 8th in that group. Austin Storm actually in the top 5 as well. 4th quick for the 17. Final group of hot laps rolling onto the racetrack here. The 10 car, Joseph Joyner will be the first driver out. He's at Milton, Florida in the 10 car as he works into turn number 1. Right to his inside, his teammate, also out of Milton, Florida, Jesse Enerkin in that 1 HTF car. He'll work down the back straightaway as well. John Wingy out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota in the 17J. He's midway down the back straightaway in this hot lap group as well. And the 97 car, first time we've seen him tonight, that's Gulf Shores, Alabama's Arlen Smith. We told you this last night. Arlen was here in his 98 car, but unfortunately had some trouble warming that thing up before hot laps last night. Never even made a lap on the racetrack. Went back home to Gulf Shores, picked up the 97, and here he is. Still Colton Leyendecker, 15.109, fastest lap of the night in hot laps so far. Joseph Joyner and Jesse Enerkin, 2nd and 3rd here in their opening laps. Checkered flag will be ready to come out here. Joyner up to 2nd quick here in hot laps in the 10 car. If he can't pick up another 10th or so and get that fastest lap of the night in hot laps. So checkered will come out. Final hot lap session there for the Crate Racing USA Dirt Late Models. Colton Leyendecker, 15.109, 1.5.109. Fastest lap of the night here in hot laps. Joseph Joyner 2nd, 15.220. Jesse Enerkin 3rd, 15.305. Mario Gresham 4th, 15.339. And Tyler Millwood, 15.384. Top 5 hot lap speeds here for the Crate Racing USA Dirt Late Model Series. The next time you'll see them on the racetrack will be their 50 lap $10,000 to win main event coming up a little later on here tonight.